the 7th grade performance of Woodward on Denial. Hope you enjoy the show.
March 17th, 2011. St. Patty's Day. I see all the green shirts in the front row.
Aha! 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 Uh-oh. Gracie, what are you doing up here? If Judge Snooty finds you sitting here, she'll blow up like Mount St. Helens.
I just found this judicial precedent that completely reverses Judge Snooty's last case.
You mean the man hit by the truck in a hit and run?
How could that little old lady have run him down? She was driving a 52 Packard that couldn't go over 25 miles per hour.
Judge Snooty decided the old lady was lying.
But the precedent says there has to be evidence.
Gracie, Judge Snooty uses intuition and psychic powers to get the truth. Evidence doesn't mean anything to her.
But that's illegal.
It's a hit TV show. I just got the numbers for this week. We own our time slot 9-1. This talk about moving denial to prime time.
What about the poor man with the 2 broken arms that she fined for snatching a woman's purse?
It could have happened.
The woman had 50 pounds on the guy and he had both of his arms in casts.
Gracie, the suspects all sign a lot of legal papers that say they agreed to do the show rather than stand in court in a regular trial. They also agreed to abide by the decision of Judge Snooty.
And another thing, I still don't think that teenager made his dog bite the cop.
Gracie?
The kid didn't even own a dog.
Who died to make you judge?
No one, Judge Snooty. I'm sorry. I just...
Gracie felt a little faint and needed some place to sit down.
You don't feel faint on this set. Do you hear me? You are always on because I am always on. You're my personal assistant, and you'll do as I say.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
The basics of jurisprudence? Do you dare to second-guess my decisions, little missy?
Well, there are 1 or 2.
Here's your printers, Judge Snooty. Nice and cold, just the way you like it.
The cases on this show might be real, little missy, but the outcomes are pure television. Do you understand? There's a crime victim who sits here. There are 3 suspects who sit there. The suspects will deny any involvement in the crime. 2 will be telling the truth. 1 will be lying. I pick the liar.
But what if the person you pick is telling the truth?
It doesn't make any difference. I pick whoever gets the biggest audience response. Understand, little missy?
But that's not justice.
Denial isn't about justice. It's about ratings.
Hire me! You gotta hire me!
Mr. Spicer, you can't go up there.
Who's that?
He's the victim, Your Honor.
And I don't want it to happen again.
Where's that liar? Spicer! Get out here and face me like a man!
Good afternoon, Mr. Max Mushmelon, one of the suspects.
What is all this? I get a subpoena saying show up here and then all these papers to sign in no time to even read them.
They don't say anything important.
Unless you did it.
Did what?
Rob my store, spice up your life.
I told the cops I had nothing to do with that.
And now you can deny it on national TV.
Yeah, I've seen your show, lady.
Your Honor.
Whatever, I'll have you know. I'm missing 3, count them, 3 important meetings, and who knows how many customers at my used car dealership. Time is money, and you're wasting my time.
Well, Mr. Mushmelon, we'll be taping in 10 minutes, and it won't take long. We'll have you out here in a jiff.
Unless you're the thief. Mushmelon, is it?
Yeah, that's right. How can I be guilty? I don't even know what got took.
$200 in cash, a gallon of fresh olive oil, and 2 spice wraps.
Why you?
No horseplay on my set, buddy. About time you got here, bailiff.
Judge Snooty, I got that map of my store your people asked for.
But that's...
Shows everything where it was, right where it got stolen. Look at it real carefully, okay?
Why don't you go eat in the green room, Mr. Spicer? And you, Mr. Mushmouth.
Mush? Melon.
Try anything funny and I'll have the bailiff lock you up.
I'll take you both to the green room.
Am I in the right place?
Glamour Shots is down the hall and to your left.
This is Paula McGill, owner of Snip and Clip Beauty Salon.
Thanks, but I do my own hair.
And why doesn't that surprise me?
Miss McGill is a suspect.
I'll bet you are.
I remember you. You were in my store and you bought some hot tamales, hotter peppers, and the hottest hot sauce.
I think I set my kitchen on fire that night.
Well, it is warming up in here.
That's just the hot lights.
And James just brights up your life. I never stole anything from her store. Honest.
I'm the one you gotta convince, little missy.
Honest.
Gracious me. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Studio 13?
You must be our third suspect, Mabel Periwinkle.
I just don't understand it. I only went into that store to pick up a bit of ginger to make gingerbread cookies for the orphans. I don't like going into that store because I think the name is naughty, but I just couldn't walk any further.
Honey, you want some advice? Toss the cane and think of a better story than gingerbread cookies for orphans. I hate gingerbread.
But this is court. We have to tell the truth, don't we?
This is reality TV, so there's nothing truthful about it all. Get these suspects to makeup. I want them pale, haggard, and warm.
Yes, Judge Snooty.
Come on this way, folks, and boys will be ready to tape in 10 minutes.
Any trouble and your answer to the bailiff.
Gosh, Gracie, I wish you wouldn't tell him stuff like that. I'm not really a bailiff.
Well, they don't know that.
This is the only part I could get. I want to be Juliet. That's all I've ever wanted to do. Romeo, Romeo! What brought down Romeo? Doing this show is murder.
Be about it, but I don't know. My lawyer.
I eat lawyers for breakfast, so get on with your story.
Well, I was talking to a customer on the phone, and those three were walking around in my store. I lost sight of them all for a minute or two, and then they all walked out without buying anything.
I couldn't find the ginger.
She's lying. I saw her through the bottom of her purse.
Order! You'll get to tell your lies in a minute. I got a question for you, Mr. Spicer, Esquire. Were any of these three empty-handed when they left your store?
Each of them was carrying a great big bag of something.
So, we've got the victim side of the story. So what about the thieves?
Alleged thieves.
In my book, you're guilty until you can prove yourself innocent. That's the way the viewers like it. Am I right, folks? So, we've heard the victim robbed $1,000 worth of goods from his gourmet cooking shop, which makes this a felony. Felony. And if you lie, you fry.
What is this? The Roman Colosseum?
Fine with me. Bring on the tigers.
And here they come. You, Mr. Mushmelon, entered the store with a bag. You then proceeded to rob the victim, didn't you?
No. The bag had my lunch. I swear. Just my lunch. Honest. A pastrami sandwich and a bag of Cheetos. And a yoo-hoo, a bottle of yoo-hoo.
You expect us to believe that you drink yoo-hoos? He can do better than that, can't he, folks?
All right. And a bag of Oreos and some M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms. That sound better?
Sounds like you didn't need another thing to eat.
I did. I was just looking for some mustard. One of those little packets you have with sandwiches, because Harry, the guy I got my sandwiches from, forgot to put one in. Honest, just a little pack of mustard. And when I didn't find any, I left and had my sandwich without mustard.
Oh, please. You can do better than that.
All right. I left before I could find the mustard because I saw her stealing a bottle of olive oil and I didn't want to get in trouble.
Where are you, a weasel?
No name calling in my court, Shifty.
I never stole a thing. Your Honor, you should a devastating effect to have on men. If I wanted the bottle of olive oil, I would just ask for it. Right, Stewie?
Well, Your Honor, I don't feel so good.
It'll all be over in a minute, Mr. Spicer. And you, Miss McGill, I don't believe for a minute you'd be giving anything without paying for it. I say you walked into that store with shopping bag in hand and robbed the victim.
Your Honor, I left almost immediately because I saw her slip something into her purse.
No, Your Honor. I've never ever stolen anything in my life. Not to say that I didn't have plenty of chances. I do remember when I was young, during the Great Depression, I wanted a loaf of bread. So I went into the bakery with 4 cents in my pocket and the baker man said the loaf was 5 cents. I didn't know what to do. I knew my family would starve without that bread, but I didn't have enough. But I did the right thing. I didn't touch a loaf of bread. I went into the candy store and bought 4 gumdrops and ate them all.
So what happened to your family?
They starved.
Mr. Spencer, you can't come back here.
I can't breathe.
I'll call a doctor.
Cut!
Sorry, we're live in 10 markets.
Bailiff, do something with them. Get him some water. Get him some olive oil. Get him out of here.
Sorry, Your Honor, but this man is dead.
Dead? Oh gosh, what do we do now?
I didn't do it. I was sitting right here.
My Uncle Clarence was just like that. Right after Thanksgiving dinner. Did you have any turkey to eat?
No, but I think this man's been poisoned.
Poisoned? How would you know that?
I was on emergency hospital in one episode. A patient came with blue fingernails just like him, and there's white foam around his mouth. And my line was, I think this man's been poisoned.
Then this is a murder.
That was my next line.
But how could he have been poisoned? We didn't see him eat or drink anything.